Hello, good day. My name is Solomon and I'm your mathematics tutor. I'll be covering topics on Gmat, GRE, and SAT with special interest on the mathematics and quant area. For the Gmat, I'll be taking questions on the quant section, the data sufficiency questions, and questions on the two-part analysis. For the GRE, I'll be covering questions on the quant section. Also for the SAT, I'll be taking questions on the mathematics section. So if you are planning on writing any of these exams, you can follow my page for more content on topics regarding the exam you plan on taking. So today we'll be starting with the Gmat quant section. This question is a medium question. And you can see on the screen it says, what is the remainder when 3 raised to the power 19 is divided by 10? How do you go about questions like this? Remember, you are not given a calculator. If you plan on doing this and going through the rigorous process of looking for 3 raised to the power 19 and then dividing it by 10, well, you're going to waste your time. Take note, when you divide any number by 10, the unit value is always the remainder. What do I mean? Of course, if you have something like this, 1, 2, 5, 3, 6, 0. Now, in this case, the 0 is known as your unit value. The 6 is the tens. The 3 here is the 100. And it goes on like that. So the unit value is the last value before the decimal. If there's a decimal, then the unit value is the value just before the decimal. But if there are no decimal, of course, the unit value is the last value. So basically, when you divide by 10, the remainder is always the unit value. So let's say, for example, you have 37 divided by 10. This will give you 3 remainder 7. So this 7 here is your remainder, the unit value. If you have 139 divided by 10, this will simply be 13 remainder 9. So your unit value is basically your remainder. So in this case, all we need to do is to look for the unit value of 3 raised to the power 19. The unit value is the answer to the question. Let's look at 3 raised to the power 19. First, if you have 3 raised to the power 1, this is 3. Mind you, I'm going to write only the unit value. Since we are only interested in the unit value, I'll be writing just the unit value. 3 raised to the power 2 will give you 9. 3 raised to the power 3 will give us 27. But we are only interested in the unit value, so we write out the unit value. 3 raised to the power 4 will give us 81. But we are only interested in the unit value, so we write out the unit value, which is 1. Now 3 raised to the power 5 will give us 243. We are only interested in the unit value, so we write out the unit value, which is 3. You can see that this has started repeating itself. 3 raised to the power 6 is 729. The unit value is 9. As you can see, it is now repeating itself. So basically, if you keep on going, 3 raised to the power 7 will give us, the unit value will be 7, because after 9 we have 7. Then 3 raised to the power 8, of course, after 7 the next value is 1, so this will give us 1. Now let's term this. Let's call this the first term, which is T1. Let's call this our second term, which is T2. Let this be our third term. This is T3. This is T4. This is T5. This is T6. This is T7. And let's call this T8. Now, if you notice, the unit value for T1 is the same as the unit value of T5. The unit value for T2 is the same as the unit value for T6. So basically, after every fourth term, the unit value is the same. It repeats itself after every fourth term. So we can use that to simply know that T5, 4 plus T5, that's T9. T9 will be the same value with T5, which is 3. So let's say T19, in this case, which is our 3 raised to power 19, if you look at T raised to power 3, is the same with T raised to power 7. You add 4 to 7, that's T11, T15, and T19. T11 will be the same as T7, which is 3 raised to power 11, and that we have the same unit value as T7, which is 7. So after every 4 term, it repeats itself. T15, which is 3 raised to power 15, we have the same unit value as 11. That will also be 7, which is 3 raised to power 19. We have the same unit value as T15, which is the same as 7. So it's simple. So we can see that 3 raised to power 19, we have a unit value of 7. And the unit value, like we've emphasized, is the same as the remainder. Of course, the answer to this question is D, which is 7. So you can see how easy it is. This is a similar question, and we are told, what is the unit digit of n? So basically, you have to find the unit digit for this and the unit digit for this, and sum it up and tell us what the unit digit will be. Now, this question is under the art section. If you want to get the answer to this question, follow my page. In my subsequent video, I'll be doing a complete explanation of this. So if you want to get the answer to this, follow my page. Have a great day.